The screen goes black for half a second, and then a single question hits like a thunderclap. How old is too old to dream in baseball? Because tonight, this isn't just about home runs. It's about time itself being challenged. It's about youth exploding onto the scene, primes burning bright, and one man at 40 years old refusing to disappear. This season has been a quiet rebellion against logic. At 23 years old, PCA launches 31 home runs, swinging with the fearlessness of someone who hasn't yet learned what failure is supposed to feel like. Every crack of the bat sounds like a promise. Every trot around the bases feels like the future arriving early. You watch him and think, this is how legends begin. The speed, the confidence, the way the crowd leans forward before the ball even lands. At 23, the world is wide open, and the game bends to his will. Then you move forward in time. Not too far, right into the heart of a player's prime. At 26 years old, Juan Soto stands at the plate like a chess master surrounded by chaos. 43 home runs. Not forced, not rushed, just inevitable. This is not raw talent anymore. This is understanding. This is discipline sharpened by pressure and expectation. Pitchers know what's coming, and they still can't stop it. Every at-bat feels like a duel. The stadium holds its breath. And when the ball leaves the bat, there's no panic in Soto's eyes. Only certainty. 26 is when the game slows down. When instincts and intelligence collide. When power is no longer wild, but controlled. And just when you think the story makes sense. Just when the pattern feels safe. We arrive at 40. 40 years old. An age when most players are long gone. When lockers are empty, jerseys folded into memories, and highlights live only on old screens. But not this time. Because at 40, one man still steps into the batter's box. Knees aching, hands taped, body scarred by decades of travel, injuries, doubt, and disrespect. And yet, he swings. This isn't youth anymore. This isn't prime. This is survival. Every home run at 40 feels heavier. It carries years of silence, of people saying, he's finished. Of front offices looking the other way. Of fans slowly forgetting. When a 40-year-old hits one out, it's not just a run on the scoreboard. It's a statement, a refusal, a reminder that greatness doesn't follow a calendar. The crowd reacts differently. Not just cheers, respect. Not just noise, recognition. Because everyone watching knows what it costs to still be here. The early mornings, the rehab rooms, the loneliness of being the last one left from your generation. The constant fight against a body that no longer heals the way it used to. And still, the ball flies. At 23, home runs are hope. At 26, they are dominance. At 40, they are defiance. This is what baseball does better than any other sport. It lets time stand in the batter's box. It asks age to face velocity. It dares experience to outthink youth. And sometimes, beautifully, it succeeds. Tonight's numbers aren't just stats. They are chapters in a single story. The beginning, the peak, and the echo. One day, PCA will look back and remember what it felt like to be fearless. Soto will remember what it felt like to be unstoppable. And the 40-year-old will remember what it felt like to prove everyone wrong one last time. Because long after the season ends, long after the numbers fade, what we'll remember is this. As long as a player can still swing, as long as the ball can still fly, baseball will always make room for belief. And sometimes, the loudest home run is the one hit when nobody thought you should still be standing at the plate.